Welcome back to the second episode of The Real Deal. As always, I'm your host, Brian Kalinowski. We've got a great show, but first let me introduce our guest for the night. You may know him as one half of the hit WTOP show, Amateurs, while I know him as one of my many doppelgangers here at Oswego. It's Evan Shomes, everybody.
What's up, guys? I'm Evan Shomes. I'm happy to be here. I'm a cinema and screen studies major with now a double major on broadcasting, and I'm happy to be here. I'm in some classes with Brian where we watch some fun little movies.
Yeah.
And, yeah, it's great. I love movies, although I haven't really, my secret is I haven't really seen as many movies as I probably should have, even though I'm a film student.
Yeah.
I feel like I haven't watched enough.
I mean, I think we've watched enough.
I know you've definitely watched enough. I've definitely not watched enough. I have not seen as many movies as I probably should have, to be honest.
Yeah. Now, Evan, before we get into the true topics of the show, I want to take this time to talk about the Oscar results. I know you weren't here for the last episode, but we talked extensively about the Oscars and what could win. Now that it's over, we finally have the answers. Clearly, Oppenheimer was the big winner among the others.
Yeah, Oppenheimer, masterpiece. I may not have seen all of the movies for the Oscars. In fact, I probably haven't seen like 75% of them.
How could you?
I saw Oppenheimer,
and
I did love it. And I saw it in the big Dolby theater with the surround sound. The seats were shaking. It was a beautiful experience. I'm happy I got to see it.
I saw it at the IMAX. Well, fake IMAX.
Yeah,
not the real one.
It's like digital IMAX or whatever. But it was still really good. It's probably not the best way to watch it, but it was one of the best ways to watch it.
Now, do you think it should have won?
I think so. But I mean, I guess I'm not a fair judge because I haven't seen them all. But I think that was a really good movie. Sound design, it's just all around a great movie. Great movie.
Well, we actually have some clips of me and my friends from the big night during our watch party. Let's play this first one here. Let's talk over this one.
Let's take a little looky.
So we have me right here. Yeah.
Wow, I like the fit.
Thank you.
Of course. What is that tie?
I'm talking about Poor Things right now. Poor Things about to win. I think it's production. Yeah.
Spoiler.
As you can see. There's my friend. He's Colton.
Take a guess. Have I seen Poor Things?
Have you seen Poor Things?
Yeah. No.
No?
No, I haven't.
Of course. Because you're not a real cinema major.
Guilty.
Well, and here, our second clip is us, me and my friends, reacting to Oppenheimer winning Best Picture.
Yeah. Better have been ecstatic.
Come on.
Let's see it.
May I see Oppenheimer? Yes. Yes. Emma Thomas.
Is that how he really presented it? Is that how he really presented it?
Wow, that's a good look, Brian.
Thank you.
Yeah, I was commenting the outfit before, but I lacked to mention I really like your hand gestures and how excited you get. It was great.
It's like I have the gestures of an Italian, but I'm not Italian. You know?
You've got the gestures down though. You were very. I could tell that you're very excited about Oppenheimer's victory. Do you think it deserved the win?
I think it did. I mean, I will say this year, all the movies were great. All the movies were great, but I think Oppenheimer deserved the win more than most, pretty much.
What do you think was the closest second to Oppenheimer?
Probably at that point, right before it won, I'd say second at that point would have been maybe Poor Things. It would have been Poor Things or The Holdovers, probably.
Yeah. I've heard of both of them, so that means that they probably were pretty good. I'm so bad at watching
Do you know
movies.
who's in any of them?
Name some names. I'll see if I know the names.
What movie is Emma Stone in?
Poor Things.
Poor Things?
Right?
Paul Giamatti, what movie is he in?
Holdovers.
Was
that right?
You're doing pretty good.
Yes.
Now, which movie has the kid with the curly hair, just like us?
Oh my God, a doppelganger?
Yeah, doppelganger.
Poor Holdovers.
Correct. You're correct. You're doing good. So, whatever movies did you watch Name a movie that you think was nominated, and then we'll talk about it if it was.
Okay. Let me think. I'm trying to think of movies I saw this year. See, the problem is I've fallen down the rabbit hole of I mostly see like superhero movies and like blockbusters or like just really bad movies.
So you're not a true cinephile.
Yeah, I'm a cinema major, film kid, self-proclaimed film kid, but I haven't seen as much.
It's okay. You're a freshman.
That's true.
You gotta
build
build
up.
You know?
I'll build up. To
I
be
was like
Brian.
that too.
One day. After I take all the film classes that we watch, all the old movies, and
What's your favorite movie we've watched so far in our film class?
In the film class, I really like Tucker and Dale versus Evil. That one was so funny.
Tucker and Dale?
Tucker and Dale. It's just such a great idea, and I'm surprised that was like one of the first times it's been done before, I think at least.
Yeah.
But that was a really funny movie. I highly suggest Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
Yeah. I definitely liked Cabin in the Woods. Was it Cabin in the Woods?
That was like the really meta one, right?
Yeah, the really meta one. I just like that type of that horror movie. You know, Scream.
Yeah.
Scream's one of my favorites.
Oh, Scream is really good. I love meta humor. I don't like when it's overdone. Like sometimes with Cabin in the Woods, it felt like it was a bit near the end. It was getting like the whole beginning. I was like, oh, this is pretty good. I like this. It's funny because it's like self-aware movie and a self-aware movie. But later on, once at the end of it, it was like got a little too much for me. I was like, okay, that's enough.
Any other movies in any other classes that you've liked so far?
I liked. I don't remember what it's called. I think it was like the bus. It was like a Cuban film, I think.
Oh,
was,
the blue.
Like the bus
heart?
station or
No?
something. It's like the bus station. It's in a different class. It's an intro to cinema screen studies.
I don't think I've heard of
that one. Was really good.
You got me stumped.
Yeah, it was like, because I think the name of it was in Spanish, so I don't really remember the Spanish. But that was a fun movie. That was really good. But yeah.
Yeah. You got anything for me? Any questions?
Anything for you? What's your favorite? What's your of all time? What's your top? Is that like a movie? Is that a thing that I shouldn't ask a cinema student?
I think so.
Yeah, I'm still learning.
I mean, my favorite movie, or what I consider my favorite movie, is probably the Japanese film Battle Royale. It's Hunger Games, but better, and prior.
I was thinking Fortnite.
Fortnite? It's not Fortnite.
When's the Fortnite live action going to come out?
I don't know.
I'm surprised that there's no talks of that or anything right now. I feel
that's
like
a good reference to an eventual bit we're going to have on this show in like a few minutes.
When we roll, yeah.
So, I'm trying to think. What other movies that aren't horror related in that class that we're in have you liked?
I really liked Usual Suspects. Was really good. It was an ending that I feel like I should have saw coming. It was like really obvious, but I think that's the point where it's like.
Oh, so you weren't aware of the
I
ending.
went in that fully blind.
Wow.
Fully blind. I did not know what was happening in that movie until the end, and I was like, oh wow, that was really good. The first like 30 minutes, I was really confused when they're like messing with the time, like the times, like there's like different time frames going on at the same time.
Yeah.
Then once it meets and then it gets to the end, I was like, wow, that was really enjoyable. I like that movie a lot.
Well, it's time for break, but don't go away, as we'll be talking Dune 2 when we come back.
Dune.
The end of House Atreides.
I like that. Okay, we got 20 minutes. Yeah.
The water of
Say,
life,
President
I think,
Stanley, whenever there's bad weather, who would you turn to?
I'd turn to Storm Team 10.
No,
right
but you've
here.
got to say it like this. Storm Team 10. Say it with me. Storm Team 10.
Roll it.
Jill
Should
told
we
me it was
tell him?
Kitty from Glee. Yeah, what is it?
Al Roker.
What is it?
It's Al Roker.
All right, we got 20 minutes. Yeah. Welcome back. I hope you all enjoyed that short little break like I did. Well, now it's time to get to business. But firstly, Evan, how you doing?
I'm doing great. That was a really good pun. I like that.
Thank you.
That was good.
You like that? You
I
like
did.
that pun?
I did like that pun
All
a
right.
lot.
Thank you. All right. So on to our main thing. Dune 2 is the movie of the moment currently and is now a critical and commercial success. Directed by Denis Villeneuve as the second part in his split adaptation of the first Dune novel by Frank Herbert. In any and all terms, this is the definition of a great sequel. Bigger, better, and a true epic. Let's roll a clip and continue after.
The end of House Atreides. My father didn't believe in revenge. What if Paul Atreides were still alive?
Have you ever had a dream about your first ride?
Don't try to impress anyone. You're brave, we all know that. Be simple. Be direct. Nothing fancy.
I understand. Nothing fancy.
You will never lose me, Paul Atreides.
We gave them something to hope for.
That's not hope!
May thy knife chip and shatter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
May thy knife chip and shatter.
So yeah, that's Dune 2. You've seen it?
That one I have seen.
You have.
Over spring break, I saw. I watched Dune 1 and Dune 2 back to back. I had never seen either of them, so
Never?
it was great. I saw
Wow.
Dune 1 night after Dune 2.
Because I saw Dune 2 when it came out originally in 2021.
Yeah.
And then I saw Dune 2 over spring break, just like you. And I rewatched Dune 1
Yeah.
the night before. So yeah.
Great
So
movies.
what do you think of it?
Well, before we get into that, I actually brought a little
Oh?
treat with me today. So in Dune, there's this beverage called the
Oh?
Water of Life, and I've brought it with me today. It's totally not anything else that is soda.
You know, I don't like soda, so this will be
So it's
be
perfect because
interesting.
it's the Water of Life.
Okay.
Here, have some Water of Life. This will help us talk about Dune.
Oh God.
Good? Water of Life?
Yeah. It's great. I can feel it rushing through my.
My eyes are going to turn blue soon.
I can feel the power
Yeah.
form. So yeah.
Back to the topic.
Back to the topic. So, what did you think of Dune 2?
I loved it. It was great. So, before then, I'd only seen Timothée Chalamet in Willy Wonka, the Wonka movie, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh, okay, he's
Only that?
interesting. Only that. And then I saw Dune and Dune 2, and I was like, wow, he's really good. And Austin Butler. I was a bit of an Austin Butler hater prior because all I knew him for was Elvis and then having like the Elvis impression afterwards, and I thought he was kind of annoying.
Yeah.
But then I didn't even know it was him in Dune 2 until afterwards I saw an interview and I was like, wow, that was Austin Butler. He did
Yeah, I gotta.
amazing.
His performance is insane. His transformation. Some people are comparing it to like, was it Heath Ledger in The Dark Knight or someone else recently? I
Yeah.
forget. But I wouldn't go as that far. It is amazing. I don't think it's
Yeah.
that amazing.
It's hard to take Heath Ledger's
I thought he'd be
crown.
more in the movie. He's not that. He doesn't have that much screen time in the
Yeah.
movie. So I think if he had a little more, then I think yeah. But the parts that he does have are insane. The black and white arena fight that
Yeah.
he has.
I was watching an interview. That scene itself looks amazing, and when you think about behind the scenes, it was like was saying it was like 110 degrees or something, and they were out there in like the full makeup. He had like a bald cap on because he couldn't cut his hair. It's insane.
I gotta say, while watching Dune 2 in the theater, like through the movie, I was like, I like know this. Like
Yeah.
I've like I know this story before, and then I like clicked. I swear George Lucas just took Paul Atreides' story and put it in for Anakin Skywalker.
Yeah.
Because they have the exact same basic like
I could see that. For
journey.
Sure. Yeah. Paul Atreides is a great character.
It is insane. I think this movie, I don't know if some people are calling it like one of the greatest movies ever. I think it's one of the greatest sequels. I'll say that.
Yeah.
In the pantomime of sequels, greatest sequels, and I think it's a movie that does everything right. It's an epic. It's a great blockbuster. It's artistic as HE double hockey sticks. Got me.
Yeah.
Got you there.
It's
But
it's
yeah.
like it may not be the best movie in the world, like in a while, but it's definitely a generational movie.
Yeah.
Like this is like our generation, or like the generations coming up. This is going to be their this is their Star Wars, their Lord of the Rings. This is going to be like their trilogy, hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully he makes
Hopefully.
it. He's saying it has to be, the only way he'll make it is if it's better than the second, which is hard
Dune,
to top.
it is interesting because the way they adapted these is because this is 2 movies, 1 book though, and Dune, it's a big book.
Thick book.
Meanwhile, the sequel that is going to be adapted eventually, Dune Messiah, is like it's not that big
Yeah.
because it was mainly made as a retort because he saw that people saw Paul as a hero,
Yeah.
which he was like, no.
Nah.
So that's why he made Dune Messiah. And,
Yeah.
But in the movie, Dune 2, you get an inkling of that already.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. So, yeah. Well, that does it for our Dune talk. But don't go anywhere. We got one last thing to talk about. This guy.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm
Wow.
me.
It's crazy.
Well, until then, I'm gonna drink my Dune juice.
Yeah.
Should we cheers it? Cheers with
cheers.
the break.
Cheers for break.
See you in 2 minutes or 4 minutes.
2 minutes.
What's going on?
Yeah, dude, we go on at like 11:30. It's like
No.
What do you mean no?
It's 10:30.
10:30?
Yeah, it's 10:30.
What do you mean it's 10:30?
Hey, don't touch that. That's my ladder.
Hey, man.
Whoa. You know this book was already discounted 10%?
Wow.
Wow.
Get a close up of that one.
Matthew,
Broadcast news.
look at that.
Can we go back inside? I want to sleep in the studio again.
Up by Crowan, not able to get on it. DiCarlo on the rebound. Alex DiCarlo.
La 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 la. Free. La 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 la. La 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 la. Freeze.
We'll deep dive into our feelings in our Real Talk segment. Stay tuned because it's about to get real.
Would you like to try snacks from faraway lands? Or snacks with bizarre flavors? How about snacks in new ways? Or snacks you've never tried before? You don't have to go far to find these snacks. They can all be found here at Snacks on West First Street.
Yeah, we're walking around campus, and what do we see?
All these clubs are looking.
They looking for me.
There's hockey,
There's improv,
so much to see. So let's go try them out and see how they be. Come on and please watch.
Our embarrassments free. Tune in to Amateurs on WTOP.
Happy Friday, Lakers, and another beautiful day here in Oswego, New York. I'm DJ Don Perone, and I'm happy that you're starting your weekend off right listening to WNYO 88.9 FM, the Laker Radio Network.
I said, darling, can you see there's no room for us? There's no room. Now our lives are changing. Promises keep slipping. And I always knew it wasn't you. It wasn't you. Now our lives are changing. Promises keep slipping. And I always knew it wasn't you. It wasn't you.
Welcome back, and wow, those two ads were crazy, man. Beautiful. You looked awesome.
Brian.
I love the Beastie Boys aesthetic you and Emily went for.
Yes, that is exactly what I was going for. Leading up to that, I was listening to Beastie Boys on repeat, and I was like, yeah, I want to do something like this. And then we did. It was great.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Now, Evan, I want to go through Amateurs with you.
Okay.
Sound good with you?
That sounds good with me.
All right, let's get into it. When you came up with the idea, what made you want to do this?
So,
what made you actually first? What made you want to start join the club first, and then make a show and make this show, Amateurs? What made you want all that?
So, funnily enough, the idea of Amateurs, it was born before I even came to Oswego.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, I went to this art school, Lisa, at my home district, and we had like a really small news broadcasting station there that we were trying to start up. Never really worked out that year. I think they're doing it good now though. And me and one of my friends, Aton, we started this idea for Amateurs, and we filmed a few episodes, never really edited them, and it was like, oh, that kind of stinks. That was a really good idea, and never got to make it work. And then jump cut, Oswego, WTOP. I found the club, and I was like, wow, I could do it here. So I talked to Alex Brooks, and he told me the process of getting an OP started, and I was like, now who do I do it with? And that's when I found Emily, and I was like, Emily is outgoing. I'm not outgoing, so this is perfect. I could have someone to bounce off of really well. Man. And that's how Amateurs came to be at WTOP in Oswego.
That's a pretty good story,
yeah.
I gotta say. So when you were starting it, what were the difficulties, or I don't know, what were the obstacles in creating it, good or bad?
Yeah.
That you had to do.
So the difference from doing it here and at my high school that I went to was there it's easy because we're all in one building. It's all one place. You just go to the teacher and be like, hey, can we film with your class? But here it's a whole campus, multiple clubs. So it's difficult to find clubs that are interested, reach out to them, set up meetings. This is still stuff we deal with now. It's difficult to set up meetings for the right time and get filming done in time because it's really 2 weeks to get a meeting, talk to a club, get it filming, and then edit it, which takes a long time. I just started editing them myself recently, and it's definitely taxing. It takes a while, but it's all worth it in the end, and it's great. It's stressful, but ends up really fun.
So I have a question. It's you, but it's also about Emily. So when Emily joined, obviously, she was basically your sidekick. How has she stepped up because I could tell at the beginning when the show was starting, it was much more you that was in charge, but I can tell now, a semester and a half in, that you guys are basically equals now when it comes to the show. How has that dynamic, how did it change to be that, and how has that affected the show in the way that it has?
Yes. So at the start, I never wanted it to be this is my show, I'm going to run the whole thing. So it was really good to find someone like Emily who quick learner and understood my vision for the show and really was able to help out wherever was needed. She's the one that really reaches out for the meeting, sets up meeting times, and then I deal with like the technical stuff, like setting up, like editing, getting like the cameras like filming and like getting mics set up. So it's really good. It works. We both know what we're good at. She's good at talking to people. I'm good at like being antisocial and editing. So like it works out really well. And yeah, so I think it was pretty fast for her to learn and be like part of the team. So worked out really well.
Synergy
is
the answer.
Synergy is the answer.
So of the few episodes you've had, or you've done a few, how many have you done?
Like 5. Is that including the live episode?
I'll include that.
5.
What's your what's one of your favorite moments you've done so far?
Oh, that's difficult. So, if you asked me before this like new season, like this semester, I would have seen the hockey episode, not because like it was like the greatest content, which it was probably the best content of like since then, but I just love hockey, and it was an excuse to play some hockey, and it was really fun. And Emily wasn't very good at it, but made it more fun. I almost said funner, but that's not a word.
Yeah.
That made it more fun. But now the football episode, our latest episode, that was a really fun one to film, and the fact that I was able to edit it and like get it perfect how like we wanted it to be, it was great. I love that. That was really fun.
So take me through take me through the steps, like the stages of making an episode goes.
Yeah. So basically, it starts out. Me and Emily are like, uh-oh, we just finished an episode, and now we have 2 weeks to get a new episode out there. So we go through. We have a spreadsheet that Emily made that has like a bunch of clubs that we want to reach out to, and then she has some highlighting thing. I don't even know. She has like color coding of what we're talking to, who we're not talking to, and we basically just send emails, ask if they're interested. Usually they're pretty excited and want to reach and want to do it, or they just don't answer. So it's usually, luckily, they answer. Then we'll set up a meeting, either Google Meet or in person, where we'll talk to them, tell them, give them our show pitch, really, tell them what we're going to be doing, learn what they do at their practices, and then we figure out a date that we can go film with them, and we go out there, film an episode, then we get those little SD cards, bring them to either Sam and the editing team or me, as of lately, and edit it, get it into Grizz before Sunday at 9:30 p.m., and then we have an episode.
How's editing them yourself?
It's interesting. See, the thing is, I like to say I hate editing and it's stressful, but honestly, I really love editing.
Oh yeah, I know all about that.
It's like, it's a love-hate relationship. I'll be up till like 3 a.m. editing. I'm like, I'm up till 3 a.m. editing. But then it's done. I'm like, I love that I edited that. That was awesome. I love and hate. Yeah.
So anything else about amateurs that you want us, the audience, me, anyone to know?
I want you guys to know that it goes live every Sunday a week right, at 9:30 p.m. And next episode, should I hype up the next episode since it's this Sunday? This Sunday,
go ahead.
9 p.m., table tennis or ping pong. Table tennis, ping pong?
They're interchangeable.
Interchangeable, I think. We'll ask that question. Figure out the answer to that Sunday at 9:30. We're going to be doing table tennis / ping pong. It's going to be really fun. Going to hit some balls with some paddles. It's going to be great. And I wonder if we'll be amateurs or pros. We'll find out.
Yeah. Maybe we will.
Maybe we will. Maybe we won't. Tune in Sunday, 9:30 p.m. WTOP.TV.
Yeah. Well, I would like to once again thank Evan for joining us tonight. And you can catch his shows Sunday at 9:30 on WTOP 10. Now, from me and everyone in the studio, I'd like to say good night.